Almost every weekend, it's easy to find a pro-Palestine march, even if it's a smaller one, like this in Lewisham, southeast London. Some hold these marches responsible for the troubling rise in anti-Semitic attacks and abuse. And the Prime Minister has said marches could be restricted.
When you hear some of those chants, globalise the Intifada would be the one that I would pick out, then clearly there should be tougher action in relation to that. Many people in the Jewish community have said to me, it's the repeat nature, it's the cumulative effect. Now, I accept that, which is why we intend to deal with cumulative effects.
I think it is time to ban these marches. They are trying to let people know that there is support for harming Jews. We need to make sure that that is stopped completely. Otherwise, we're going to continue seeing horrific events like we saw in Golders Green this week.
Some here understand that call for restraint.
It's horrible to think that any community anywhere is living in fear, and if a small reduction would help that community to feel more settled, there may be a place for it.
It would be good if, the Jewish community were also trying to bridge gaps between themselves, Muslims, Palestinians, and also what the Israel state has been doing over this time. There's been no open criticism or any action against the Lebanese April the 8th action.
I think there's been plenty of criticism, and also the other side of it is asking a lot of the Jewish community, which has faced these attacks, which has seen people killed, in Manchester. To ask them they have to do the work is a bit unfair, no?
I don't think so. I think it's the work of both sides.
It's not long after the march begins that the familiar, controversial chant rings out.
From the river to the sea, a lot of people...
The man with the microphone didn't want to talk, he was busy.
I've heard chanting from the river to the sea. A lot of people say that is an anti-Semitic slogan.
Well, they say it is, but they know it's about everybody who lives in that region living under democracy without any kind of apartheid regime or anything like that.
Other people interpret it as wiping the Jewish state of Israel off the map.
I don't see why there's any need for anything like that, why you would actually interpret it that way.
So this is obviously a small-scale protest, but what Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, is talking about is the cumulative effect of having march after march on the pro-Palestinian cause.
There have been 34 national-scale demonstrations since October the 7th, 2023. Their organisers reject claims that marches lead to anti-Semitism.
Our stewards, when they see inappropriate slogans, intervene and ask people, we don't have the force of law, ask people not to use them, and by and large, they comply. So we have to be absolutely clear here. There is no threat whatsoever to the Jewish community from these marches. In fact, they are attended by thousands of Jewish people.
Many who are part of that community disagree.
I think most people would accept that the sheer frequency of these pro-Palestine marches, the intimidation that is effected on the small Jewish community, and other factors such as the arrests and the state of our society now for Jewish people, all cause a reasonable judgment to be made that these marches should be stopped.
They won't stop here in southeast London or on streets up and down the country unless the government intervenes and decides the balance between freedom of speech and the safety of British Jews. Tom Cheshire, Sky News, Lewisham.